Well, it's another year, so that means another CES has came and gone. I did attend CES 2019 and got to hang out with some friends, got to meet some new people, and also got to check out some new tech. Oh, and in case you forgot, my name is Joel, and I appreciate those of you who stuck around since my last video because it has been a while since I've posted and can't believe it's been that long, but we're getting back on track. But I did want to cover some things that I saw at CES that I found interesting and thought maybe you would want to check it out as well. So in this video, we're going to check out some of my favorite tech that I saw at CES 2019 this year. First, to kick things off is this oversized drone. It's known as the Bell Nexus, and it's meant to be an air taxi in the near future. And it's an autonomous hybrid electric powered aircraft with 6 giant fans that are able to tilt whether you're taking off, landing, or when you're in the air. And it's pretty cool to know something like this could be happening in the near future. But what it is, it's an aircraft that allows you to hold 4 passengers and a pilot, but it will be autonomous. So the company Bell partnered up with Uber alongside other companies, but they are saying that it is intended to have Nexus in operation by the mid-2020s and to have the aircraft available for commercial operations by 2023. So this would be pretty crazy to be able to fly around the city by simply using something like Uber. And if needed to go to maybe like another city that's miles away, this could be the solution. It is said it can go up to 150 miles in a single charge at a speed of up to 150 miles per hour. So getting to the destination would be pretty quick because of course there's no traffic in the air. Now I did check out the LG booth, and last year at CES, LG presented a prototype rollable TV. This year though, LG is looking to bring those to market and it looks amazing. This is the LG Signature Oled Tv R, which will be available to purchase sometime later this year in the spring, but it will be pretty expensive. Even though 8K is what's going to be happening this year on a lot of TVs, which we'll talk about shortly, this rollable TV by LG is going to be 4K, but 4K still looks amazing. But pretty much the TV is able to roll in and out, and it has 3 different modes that you can view your TV in full view mode, or also line view where it will show little bits of information, maybe like weather or if you're playing some music, things like that. And also zero view, so you can just hide the TV. Now the base station on this LG TV does have a built-in 100-watt Dolby Atmos speaker, so you'll get quality sound from it. And it's also going to support Google Assistant and Amazon Alexa, so you can use your voice to turn on and off your TV. And newly announced, it will also support Apple AirPlay 2 and HomeKit. So if you're in Apple's ecosystem, you can also use your voice to turn on and off your TV, things like that. But this TV is super thin, and it would be pretty nice to have one in the house. But what do you think about the new Signature Oled TV R? Something you'd like in your home? Now, while we're speaking about TVs, they also are bringing out 8K TVs. And like I said, it seems like this is the year that's pretty much what people are wanting now. 8K TV, but just like 4K, it's kind of hard to switch over to 4K or even now 8K because there's not a lot of content out there that supports this resolution. But nonetheless, these 8K TVs by LG looked amazing in person. And speaking about 8K TVs, I also visited the Samsung booth, and they also are bringing 8K TVs with their latest QLED TVs. And these look really, really top notch when in person. So expect to see a lot of 8K this year. The quality on these screens are just stunning. And speaking of screens, Samsung again featured their big wall TV. And this is a massive TV. I covered it last year, but again, this wall TV looks so crazy good that you would think it's just a wall. But while I was at the Samsung booth, I did check out the Galaxy Home speaker. It did sound really nice. Even though it was really loud, they did have this wall of just Galaxy Home speakers. And I'm actually looking forward to see what this speaker is about and see what the quality is and kind of compare it to Apple's HomePod. So we'll see later this year if I can get my hands on it, if they do finally release it. Now, if you're interested in phones, I did stop by the Huawei booth to check out the Honor View 20. This device is kind of an example of what cell phones are going to be heading towards. Last year in 2018 was all about notches. Now in 2019, you're going to probably be seeing a lot of phones similar to this Honor View 20 with less notches or even no notches at all and barely any bezel. And seeing things like this, a hole punch cutout for the front facing camera, so that way you have more screen real estate. But one of the things about the Honor View 20 is that it's going to have a 48 megapixel camera on the back, and of course that in-screen camera design in the front, and it's going to pack Huawei's own 7nm Kirin 980 chip, and also has 6 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigs of storage, and a 4000 milliamp battery. So you're going to be getting decent specs on this Honor View 20. Now something else I checked out was this high-tech backpack, and this one really intrigued me. It's from a company called Loomzag, and it seems like they have thought about it all with their products. They make bags but add a lot of helpful tech into it. So I came across them at the show and was able to get a quick demo of their backpack, and it seems like it'll be the only backpack you may need when on the go. This bag has a built-in 10,000 milliamp power bank, so you can charge your devices while on the go. But if you don't want to plug in your devices, you also have a wireless charger on the shoulder strap, which is convenient. Just simply stick in your phone and then it'll start charging it wirelessly. It also has a built-in LED that turns on automatically, so if you're in a dark place, you can still see in your bag. And another cool thing is that you have these special sensors that will track your stuff. So you will get notified if you happen to forget to put something important in your backpack, and you can set all of this with using their app. So you have different things like a pocket for your AirPods and other little pockets here and there, but it seems like it'll pack a lot of your tech equipment inside. Also, there is a security mode you can set, so it will notify you if someone takes your bag, and it has an alarm that will go off. You even get real-time GPS tracking, a built-in back view camera, which this is optional, but it's great for people like cyclists, and it also has a hotspot in case you need a Wi-Fi connection. One of my favorite things about this bag though was the built-in battery pack and the fact that you can charge your backpack using this wireless charging pad. So you simply set it down when you get home and just let it charge, and then when you leave, it's already fully charged. So I really want to get my hands on this little bag because it just seems pretty cool. What do you think about this bag? Is this something that you'd probably use every day? Let me know in the comments below. Now next, I did stop by the Razer booth and got to check out their new Razer turret for the Xbox One. So Razer partnered with Microsoft to bring the world's first wireless keyboard and mouse designed for the Xbox One, known as the Razer turret. It has Razer Chroma and Xbox dynamic lighting, so it will sync with your game as you are playing it. And it has a dedicated Xbox key, so you can get to the dashboard, switch themes, stream, and all that good stuff. And the keyboard even has a retractable mouse mat and has a magnetized zone to dock your mouse so it won't slip off the mat, whether you tilt it up or down while you're gaming. But I did get to check this out for a little bit and see a demo. And if you are a fan and know Razer products, you will for sure like this one. Now, while I was at the Razer booth, something that was really dope and I got to check out was the HyperSense, and this brings PC gaming to another level. So here in this little room, Razer had their PC gaming set up, and they had it all set up with HyperSense, which is a high fidelity haptic ecosystem. And pretty much it gives you a full 360 degree immersion when playing, because apart from just being able to hear things, whether it be in front, left, right, or behind you, you're also able to feel everything with haptic feedback. This gaming setup had Razer's Inari's Ultimate headset, which is the first wireless gaming headset from Razer to feature their HyperSense. And alongside that, they had a mouse and wrist rest with haptics and a chair with haptics. The mouse itself had simulated tactile feedback based on weapon of choice or events incoming from the right, while the wrist rest also gave the perception of footsteps or events incoming from the left. And as far as the headset goes, this one was really comfortable too, but it gave you a 360 degree ambient feedback for all around awareness. And the chair though, that had tactile feedback for large impact events like explosions or events incoming from behind. Overall, this was an extremely fun and brings a whole different experience to gaming. I did get to game a little bit on it after Jonathan and Danny over here, but they too can vouch that this was pretty awesome. You just get immersed into the game. You can literally feel everything around you and hear everything. It was just a total different experience. But aside from this, there was so much other things I got to see and experience. One thing was this VR simulator by a company called DOF Robotics, and this one's called the Hurricane 360 VR simulator. But pretty much you have a VR put on and then you sit in the seats, which is similar to a roller coaster. And this would actually move according to what you're experiencing in the VR. And the whole scene of this was that you're at the Great Wall of China and then you're riding on the back of a bike with this guy, and then he loses control, he loses his wheels, and then you're off on your own, just going around, and then the Great Wall of China just starts kind of tearing down, and then you're, I don't know, going in circles and all this stuff. But you get a different experience with this VR headset put on you, and then the actual ride does a full 360 and all that stuff, and you also have wind blowing against you. So this was a different way to experience VR. But I got to actually ride it with my buddy Jonathan Casey, and I'll leave his video down below. In his video, you can kind of get a different perspective and experience of the ride, but I'll leave that down below in the description. But another thing that I really enjoyed was this sort of batting cage. I guess it was a batting cage, but it involved tech and it had sensors built into it with a giant projector. But basically, instead of acting like you're batting at home, this actually took it to another level, and you physically got to bat just like if you were in a batting cage, which this was. It was a cage. It was a batting cage. So this here would be a game where the pitcher winds up, throws a ball, and then out comes the physical ball, and then you swing to hit it. And when you hit it, the sensors inside the cage would detect kind of where you hit it, and then that's how you would play the game. Similar to real baseball, but instead a video game that actually has you doing stuff and being active. And I actually busted a sweat just doing this because it's like you're really in the batting cage. You're able to turn up the speed if you want faster speeds, but it starts, I believe it was like 40 miles an hour. But I really had a fun time playing this, and I was probably there for a good 30-45 minutes just doing the batting. But also I got to do pitching, because that's another thing you could do with this. You can pitch, and what's cool is that it even tells you how fast you throw that pitch. Overall, I had a really fun time playing this one here. Now lastly, I was able to check out this product here called Narwhal, which is a robotic cleaner. But while it may just seem like your typical robot cleaner or vacuum, this is more than just a vacuum. It's actually a mop, which was really cool. So this product here, known as Narwhal, has its whole cleaning system. It's not just going to go out there and clean with water. It actually cleans, and then it goes back to its docking station, and then it rinses off everything, and then it cleans it, so then it can go ahead and mop again with a clean mop. So it does it all on its own. It's pretty intelligent, and it's able to map and navigate everywhere. And it has different zones, so it can actually start memorizing where in your house you want to mop or where it has tile. And while this may not really seem like a big deal for many, I actually think it's pretty cool. It's a vacuum and a mop, and it's the first time I've actually seen a robot vacuum and mop. So I think it was pretty cool. I got a quick little demo of it, and it seemed to do the job. But overall, these are some of the interesting things I found at CES. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. And if you did enjoy this video, let me know by hitting that like button, as it not only lets me know that you enjoyed it, but it also shows support to the channel. Now, if you're not yet following on social media, feel free to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. I'll leave all the links down below in the description. And if you feel like being awesome, be sure to hit that subscribe button and be sure to click that notification bell so you'll be notified every time I drop a new video, because we're getting back on track for 2019. It's just been too long. Stay tuned for the next video. Let me know what you'd like to see on the channel. And other than that, thanks a lot for watching. I'll catch you all on the next one. All right. Peace.